All right, so speaking about recording, I'm recording right now. So I'll just put back the stream. For now, I don't really expect the go over some questions because I want to go over the stuff first, and I try to keep like a specific flow. So I don't really know if I can close the chat. I'm not sure. So I don't think I can close the chat. So, anyways, I'll close the chat. So, like, hopefully the quality is good too, because I stream in 2K right now, so it's supposed to be clear, supposed to be clean. So you can okay, you can hear me, but no music. Perfect. All right. I just want to make sure the quality is good. So if someone can confirm that the stream is quality is perfect. Okay, cool. All right, so we can start. So today I wanted to go over more like, to be honest, like Euro USD and Q, all that stuff is just going crazy right now. So it's not, in my opinion, it's not worth to go like and chase the price and buy in premium. And so that's why I wanted to today specifically talk about more theory and more mimics and lessons and stuff. But this is how I trade for a long time, right? I've been like specified that in my Twitter. Think like 6 days ago. All right, but I wanted to go over that with you guys, specifically in the boot camp, because this is like the key to unlock the market, right? But basically, every candlestick that print in the market has four type of data, right? You have an opening value, you have an I value, you have a close value, and you have a low value, right? That's the OLHC for the for the invert. But with that, basically, that's how you able to see all those candlesticks on your chart, right? So like every sequence of time, let's say every 5 minutes, you're gonna have an open, high, low, close, right? And that's gonna give you like a perspective or like a direction where the market wants to go, like visually, right? So that gives you like a candlesticks. Um, but now that you have candlesticks, now that you have like ICT, uh, like lessons and like ICT teaching, like you understand more what's the price doing. Like basically, let's say like a fair value gap. You know that between three candle, if you have a gap between the low and the high, you have, let's say, a bearish fair value gap, right? That's a CB, right? Or that's a BC, depend on if price is going up or down. But like all that stuff is just a language, right? Like ICT created the language to be able to explain you um, what he's able to see, and that basically helped you to figure it out like a narrative. Okay, so when you able to build the narrative based on what you see with the language that ICT created, now that's very powerful because with that you're able to build a story, like be able to read what's going on in real time. And the goal of that basically is to not think, okay? Because the more you think, the more you open your imagination to like any kind of like weird scenario that you don't really need at the end of the day, because you have the truth unfolding in front of you, right? You have those candlesticks printing in front of you. That's a skill to be able to decode what's going on in real time. Okay, I can read a second chart, no problem, but I cannot do that for like hours and hours because it requires a lot of brain power processing, right? So like the goal is to find a time frame that you're comfortable with and just basically read the price, and the time as well. Okay. So that being said, I basically decoded where I'll like MMXM print, and basically MMXM is all over the place. It's everywhere. It's in the market everywhere. It's literally just a sequencing of like things that occur, in the market based on information that you can get based on the OHLC. So like if you don't have OHLC data, you cannot do anything, right? So like if you go for a deeper understanding of the market, you want to know like what's the high open low close of X time, let's say, right? And the cool thing about that is ICT talk about a lot about market structure, and I posted that in my. By the way, that's gonna be a long stream, okay? So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are comfortable because I'm going a lot of stuff today. Okay, I want you guys to be able to re-listen that, take notes, going over this weekend. Like it's gonna be a lot, okay? Basically, let me see real quick. So I don't know if you guys already seen that picture right here, okay? But basically the institution, right, the algos or like the banks or the smart money, they work on the position trade, okay? Because they're not able to push a volume inside of those, time frames. So like they're gonna go like small bites, small bites on lower time frame to build their whole biggest position, right? So it's always important to keep in mind where the market wants to go on the monthly chart, okay? So like it's extremely important because that's gonna give you like your higher time frame narrative and always also your higher time frame bias, okay? Then you want to see where the weekly candle wants to go, okay? Because the weekly candle is the second uh, below the monthly chart, and then you have like above the monthly chart, you have the 3 months charts, you have the yearly charts, all that stuff, right? So like you can see, oh, right now on NQ we're pushing on the yearly charts. So now you can go on the yearly charts and see, all right, we're pushing like towards the previous year high, or we already passed the previous year high because that's an all-time high, right, on NQ. But basically that gives you like some sort of like ID where the market wants to go on higher time frame, and that's gonna help you a lot over like taking a small position on those lower time frame here, short-term trade, on day trade and scalp. Why? Because those higher time frame, they're going towards that, right? Like the institution, they push the price to go this way, okay, on a higher time frame. So if you go on lower time frame, you basically like they're doing the heavy lifting for you. So like you only need to go on lower time frame. Let's say like we're bullish, right, on monthly charts. You want to go like and buy all the discount arrays, okay? We're gonna go over the PD array matrix after too, but basically, like let's say the best PD array that I like personally is the low of, let's say, a previous 1 hour low, okay, or previous 4 hour low, a previous daily low, previous weekly low, or something like that. But inside of the candle range, you also have some sort of you can have like bullish order block, you can have like, but we're gonna go over the PDRA matrix later on. But for now, I just want to give you like some insight about how to find your way in the price. Okay, so like that help a lot, because if you don't understand that, like you're always gonna do like so many, you're gonna, it's like trying to lift something that is too heavy. It's just like you're not aligned with anything. So like it's hard to get a result, or like it's just like they're doing the heavy lifting, so you just got to be able to align yourself with that, and keep that in mind. So sometime I'm gonna take like a minute break because I need a drink and I don't want like to lose my voice, right? But let's go over the first one right here. So we have the 1 hour time frame. Okay, inside of this 1 hour time frame, okay, what do we have? We have 4 15 minutes. Okay, 1 2 3 4. Okay, that's a quarter, like 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. That's a completion, right? That's the 1 hour complete. So that's more in term of time, okay? Like in term of time, you have 4 15 minutes inside of 1 hour. You have 3 5 minutes inside of 15 minutes. So those are important to understand, because if you're not able in your head to figure it out what time that we are inside of the hour, you're always gonna be like sometime involved in some weird move. You're always gonna get stuck in a consolidation. You know, like all that stuff. So like it's important to keep track where in time we are. Like let's say right now it's 20, so like 2:12, so like it's 2:12 a.m. So what does that mean? In 3 minutes we have a 15-minute close. So that means inside that 15 minute, right, we're on the last, okay, 5 minutes of that 15 minute, but also we're transitioning on the next 15 minutes of the hour. Okay, so that's important, because that's can be your distribution for that 15 minute right there. Okay, so you can use those two previous 5 minute high and lows and build a narrative for that expansion from that 550 for that 5 minute here. But the thing is, if you get a 15-minute close bullish, let's say, with the opening value, you also have a power of 3, right? So like the next 15 minutes can retrace inside of this range. But since you have 3 candle of 5 minutes inside that 15 minute, maybe, okay, I say maybe you have a fair value gap, okay, in the middle of this candle here. So if you go in the 5 minute, right, you can see, all right, so I have like this candle here, this candle here, and this candle here. In the middle here, I have inefficiencies, buy side inefficiencies. Perfect. So now I'm the next 15 minute here. I'm going to wait for retracement in the inefficiencies. And as soon as I'm going to see a 5 minute or like couple, let's say 3 minute close rejecting that inefficiencies, I'm going to take a long and retarget the previous equilibrium from the previous hour, let's say. Okay, but that just to keep in mind that it's all fractal, right? So like 15 minute, you have 4 inside of 1 hour. 5 minute, you have 1 minute inside that 5 minute. That's why I see those people on the 1 minutes a lot, and they're just so lost. Okay, they're just so lost, because they have no clue what's going on those 15, on those 5, on those 1 hour. I have 8 screen, guys. Okay, like you guys saw my setup recently, right? Let me just show you real quick. It's not a brag, by the way, but it's just like that's how I operate. Okay, like that's the new setup that I have. 1 sec, I'll just zoom a little bit, because god damn. But right here I have my 5 minute. Okay, right here I have my 15 minute. Right here I have my 1 hour. Right here I have my 4 hour. Right here I have my 1 day, my weekly, and a monthly charts. And here I have like 3 SMT. So like on, let's say I'm gonna have Dow Jones, I'm gonna have ES, and I'm gonna have NQ for future, right? But if I trade Euro USD, I'm gonna have like GBP USD, I'm gonna have DXY, and I'm gonna have the dollar index. Okay, so like that gives me more, like I can have gold, I can have like whatever, I can have like, because you can like, because gold is going the opposite direction from the XY, right? So you can like play with smart money divergence and stuff. Okay, but this is not a flex, right? It's literally just a tool for me. Okay, those screens, they're not super expensive. Okay, like those are like 1080p, like they're just super cheap. They're like 23-inch or something. Like they're like $100 per screen. Okay, then you need like the computer for that, blah blah blah. But because my goal is to have like a cycling with my eyes, right? Like I start from the higher time frame and I just move my eyes like that, and I do a rotation like that, and I just cycle around, and I see, all right, we have 15-minute close right there, like 1 minute 52 seconds ago we have a 15-minute close. Perfect. I'm gonna go in the 5 and see what's going on in the second 5. So if I have like that bullish fair value gap I was talking about before, in the middle right here, I'm gonna look for taking the next move. Okay. So hopefully that's not too much, right? Because we're gonna go deep today. Like, I hope you guys are ready. That's probably gonna be one of the best video from the boot camp. That's gonna be like a lot of value. So hope you guys enjoy, right? So that's the setup I use, and I execute my trade on the 1 minute on this laptop right there. And like, I don't have like, that's a fun to say, but I have like a 49-inch somewhere here. Okay, now on another desk, and I have like my 4 time frame. I don't know if I can. Uh, but I basically monitor all of those things right there. Okay, I basically have a 49-inch. Okay, that shows the monthly, the weekly, the daily, a daily 4 hour and a 1 hour with like the OHLC, my tool. Like the OHLC FX4 model right here. Not this, but this tool right there. If you don't have this tool, you're very slipping right now. For $30, it's a must. Okay, and I'll show you later on why. But basically, this tool, I have this tool on my 49-inch that shows all of those in a square. Okay, like I have like a quad screen, and I basically show 4 of them inside of that. Okay, but I'll show you like a picture later on. So that's something very, very important, okay, to understand. So like always, the first question you ask yourself, where's the monthly chart wants to go? Because institution, they are pushing the price where on the monthly chart, right? So like the weeklies most likely is gonna follow the monthly chart. Maybe not at the beginning of the week, because at the beginning, like, but you still have the weekly opening value, right? So like you have the opening price of the weekly time frame. So you can put like a horizontal line, and you monitor. Let's say I'm bullish on the monthly. Let's say so like this week it opened Monday, Tuesday it dropped. Okay, it grabbed more sell side, build the buy side of the curve in MMXM, and reverse and push through the opening price, retest that opening price to confirm that it wants to go higher. That's also bullish order block on X time frame that you want. Okay, and basically you're just enjoying the ride. Okay, and they're all doing the heavy lifting for you. So like you own a smaller time frame, buying all of those bullish fair value gap, buying all those previous 1 hour low, and you're just like sliding with the price. You're just like following the art of flow. Okay, so that's the goal, and that's very cool for that. Okay, so when you know where the monthly chart wants to go, like, and it's very unfortunate because there's a lot of people that they just don't look at monthly chart. They only have one screen, let's say, and they don't have time a lot. They're very like, they need to go work like in 20 minutes. They need the trade. They on the 1 minute, and they're just clicking buttons. And it's very sad to say, but they're just gambling. Okay, so we're not gambler. Okay, we're trader. That's a massive difference. Okay, because we know what we're looking for, and we also like have the knowledge to be able to take decision based on what we see and what we think. Okay, that's a massive difference. Okay, so that's something that I want you guys to keep in mind always, 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 always. And if you want to trade a day scalp, like you look on what's going on the monthly chart, and you go in a 1 hour 15.5, and then you can break down on that. But we're gonna go over that later on. Okay. So this was like the 1 hour, 50 minutes, 5 minute, like this thing right there. I'm gonna close this. Let me show you the short-term trade, like right here. Okay. Hopefully you guys still see my screen, because if something doesn't work, just let me know, right? On the 4 hour, okay, we have 4 1 hour. Oh damn, like fix four. You don't like you don't teach me anything. Like I know it's but it's because it's important to understand that if this candle close, now you have this candle that works on this one candle here, and I want to see what this candle here happened on the previous hour on the bigger time frame on the 4 hour. Okay, it's hard to explain a little bit, but we're gonna go over that. I'll show you guys like some high probability model that you can use with the OHLC tool, and it's next level. Okay. So inside of the 1 hour, you have, 4 15 minute, and inside that 15 minute, you have 3 5 minute. Okay. So if you do a short term trade, you don't really need to go lower than 15 minute. Okay. You're gonna align yourself. So you basically on the 15-minute chart, and you just like, all right, I'm just gonna take like the next 15-minute retracement and just like anticipate a retracement for that previous 1 hour EQ, let's say. Okay. From a 1 hour external. Okay. So it's a lot of stuff to understand because it's all fractal and it's kind of complicated the grasp a little bit, but I guarantee when you're gonna get the light bulb of that stuff, it's just gonna blow your mind entirely. You're gonna be, what the fuck is going on in here? Okay. So that's the swing trade right there. Okay. You have inside of one daily candle, you have 6 4 hour. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. So those are like important to understand that you have 6 4 hour. Okay. So we're gonna break that down later on with session and stuff, and be able to say, all right, so that let's say those two first 4 hour, okay, end of the day, if you start from the daily open, because you can start from midnight open too, but that's different thing. Okay. But if you start from the daily open, you have the like the FX4 9 hour range from the FX4 model is inside of those two previous 4 hour plus 1 hour here that give you 2 a.m. Okay. So what do you have here on those two 4 hour? You have buy side liquidity and you have sell side liquidity. Okay, so it's the same thing, right? And you can combine those and have like 8 hours, but I like to have a 1 hour plus. And sometime if there's nothing happening between 2 and 3, I'm gonna take the 3. So now I have 10 hours, okay, 10 hour range, and the drawn liquidity is gonna be very strong, right? So like, what does that mean? A drawn liquidity is gonna be very strong, okay. That means if price reach for that sell side on a 10 hours PD array, there's a high probability price reverse from there, but you must be able to build a narrative around it. Like, it's not because we break below the 10-hour low that you want 100% to buy that. Okay, like that make no sense. Don't do that. Okay, we're not gambling, right? So like, we're building probabilities, but what you can do is like, you can wait for a market structure shift on the 5, a 15-minute market structure shift, and then build on that IDs with with a proper invalidation. Okay, but we're gonna go over that. That's, like I said, that's gonna be probably, I don't know, it's gonna be a long stream. Okay. This is the position trade. So this is the institutional order flow explained in a 3 time frame: daily, weekly, and monthly. Okay. Institution like the banks and the smart money and all those like super rich guy, they all operate on those time frames. They don't even give a shit about the 1 minute time frame. Okay. They have algos for that. Okay. They have like robots that just click buttons like every second. Okay. They don't care about it, but they're aligning themselves with this order flow here. Okay. So what does that mean? A monthly bullish fair value gap, a weekly bullish fair value gap or bearish, a daily fair value gap, you can do a breakaway gap. You can do like a level of like a bullish fair value gap, like you try to keep the fair value gap open, but we're gonna go over that, okay? But just to show you like that they're operating the smart money, they're operating on this 3 time frame, okay? They're not going lower than daily, okay? There's some speculation that they're going on the 4 hour, but they don't really go on the 4 hour, okay? It doesn't like make sense, okay? Because they operate with billions of dollars, okay? So they don't really care about, you know, but their algo is gonna, work for that. Uh, this video, can I open this? I don't know, but goddamn. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can open this. Copy link. One sec. No, download the videos. Okay, that's weird. But basically, in market structure on the Discord, right? Like you can look at this later on, but there's just 60-second videos of ICT explaining, right? How he's setuping his charts. Like maybe I can take a screenshot real quick. So let me see right here. So look, he says that if you don't have like multiple screen, what you can do basically is you can like put those 3 time frame like that on your charts, okay? So like you have one screen, but you want to see 3 time frame at the time, okay? That's the advantage that we have with the OHLC tool and the power of 3, like those tools and like those box, right? They allow you to basically go in the 1 minute and be able to see the previous 4 hour range. Okay, and then you can see like right here, that's the previous 1 hour high, previous 1 hour low, previous 15-minute high, previous 15-minute low, and you have also that little previous 5-minute high, see market structure shift, previous 5-minute low, okay. And like I said, we're not gonna really trade anything today. I'm going over some theory stuff. But look, that's the FX4 model that closed right here at 2 a.m. range to 2 a.m. So like now we rated below here on the 5-minute. We have a small market structure shift, but you want to see what's going on here. Okay, we're not forcing that, obviously, because there's an equal low right here. Okay, but also we're in a premium price. Okay, so like I'm not touching any of that, but I just wanted to show you like like the range I was talking about before. Like right here, if you take the opening price, okay, and you go here, that gives you like 9 hour, okay, and that 9 hours it's not like anything like mathematics or anything complicated. It's just a high and a low from the actual daily, from the opening price for a specific time, okay? So that give you like a clean drawn liquidity, and also help you frame the narrative of the actual daily time frame, okay? But we're gonna go over that later on. So I'm gonna remove this. That's the previous 4 hour. So I hope it's clear for that. I'm gonna remove this, but this is something that you maybe wants to study. That's the reason why I basically created this phone wallpaper here, so you can put that on your phone. Yeah, for sure it's not super cute, all right, like for someone that likes to have like a clean wallpaper on his phone, but I think in 1 or 2 weeks, if you have this on your phone, you can like memorize those perfectly. Okay, that's the goal, right? Like the goal is to memorize those time frame sequence, okay? Because if you don't understand that, like it's gonna be hard for you, okay? Because that's the basic, right? We're gonna go over the basics first, and basically we just like tune in. So I'm gonna remove this. This is like very important to understand because I break that down in my head all the time. Okay, I know where's my 4 hour close. I know where's my daily gonna close. I know where's my 5-minute, my 15, my 1 hour, because I look constantly at a clock, right? so I can see all of that stuff. So like I can build my story, like my brain process that stuff in real time. Okay, that's a skill that you want to develop here in the bootcamp. Okay, it's being able to process the price and the time and price in real time. Okay, that's your goal, right? So I'm gonna close this. Damn, that's yeah, because I de-zoomed the whole thing, right? This is more advanced, okay? Like I know there's a lot of people asking for advanced stuff because they're like on another level, but I really want to go over all the stuff first. Uh, Basically, if you guys let me go back right here on this right thing right here. There you go. So that's the post right here. So if you don't like, if you want to take notes or screenshot that or whatever, it's on my Twitter. Okay. On my Twitter, you have the pin post. Like it's literally that. Okay. I'm gonna probably keep that for the year. Okay, because um like I've been pretty much one of the first to unveil that stuff. Okay, because I data mine that stuff. I understand that stuff. Like there's not a lot of people that been able to understand that thing. Okay, so like I just put it on my Twitter like that. So just make sure that I claim, what I found basically, because it's like all those scammer reseller shit. Like they're gonna take this and they're gonna try to sell a course about it. And the more people understand that I found that, and I kind of like purpose that public for free. Like I want people to understand that it comes from someone that put in the works. So basically, like this is like the goal of that. So the green box is the original consolidation. Okay, the original consolidation always, in general, happen at the open of a time frame. Okay, so what does that mean? Um, if we think in terms of FX4 model, okay, the FX4 model has a 9-hour original consolidation, okay, including the Asia range, including the central bank dealing range, including all that stuff. Okay, so that 9-hour range basically is the original consolidation from the FX4 model London session opened MMXM. Okay, so my model is an MMXM. Okay, everything in the everything in the market's an MMXM. Okay, like we are trading MMXM. Okay, like if you don't know yet, now you know, right? So like we're all trading MMXM. So it's important to be able to understand and like visualize what is your original consolidation. And most of the time, like I said, it's the opening of a specific time range. Okay, so like in the case of my FX4 model, what it is the daily range opening daily range basically. Okay, that's the Asia range, all that. So that's the original consolidation that we're gonna use, right, for an accumulation or a distribution stage. Okay, so in like imagine that this bullish candle here, okay, that's the 9-hour range from the FX4 model. Okay, imagine that it is that, right? And basically that green box right there, that's this candle here. Okay, so on lower time frame, you're gonna get an accumulation stage from what? From the buy side liquidity above that previous 9-hour range high. Okay, then you're gonna get another previous PD array, premium arrays, that can stop and reverse the price. Okay, that's a smart money reversal right there. Okay, that's this box right here. That's the smart money reversal. This is where you can get an SMT. Okay, if you get an SMT and a smart money reversal, that's powerful. Okay, that's really powerful. That's a nice signature. Okay, and unfortunately, that's something that are not like in terms of algorithmic pricing. They're not able to put all the assets on the same level. Okay, so that's a Kraken correlation, and that can be used for basically like find some stuff like interesting like that. Right, so like if you have a smart money reversal with an SMT Basically what you need to do is to wait for displacement below the low of the SMT. So like this can be, let's say, a 30-minute, like this can be a 1 hour low. Okay, so if we break below 1 hour low, now here you have a displacement with inefficiencies, sell side inefficiencies. All right, here you can have a BPR. Okay, if you have a BPR, a balanced price range, basically that's maybe I can go over that later on for balanced price range. But here, that's an optimal trade entry. That's also all of this, like this blue box, this gray box, and this red box right there. That's a 22-22 mentorship model entry. Okay. So accumulation below a previous high. That's your accumulation stage, right? First accumulation stage. Sometimes you can get 2 seconds, two accumulation stage, right? So you can get a second box after this one, and then you're smart. Like it depends what kind of PD array you work on, okay? And to be honest, sometimes it's not gonna reach for the previous daily high, and like I said, it's all relative to what you trade, okay? Because this can be a 1 minute chart, okay? This candle here can be a 1 minute, and you have a mimic sim here on the second chart, okay? I don't recommend to do that because you're gonna burn yourself. You're gonna basically spend so much money and commission. It's not the play, right? Like, don't do that for now. But like ICT said this week, let me open this. Damn, we're going over the gems from my Twitter right now. The more you connect the dot, the more you are. Yeah, that's but let me find what I wanted to see. Focus. That's a quote that he said inside of a video, right? Focus on short-term and day trading initially for immediate feedback and to build confidence and sticking to trading plan, right? So if you remember what I said before, okay, he said the focus on short-term trade and day trade and scalp. He said the focus on those two, aligning yourself with those two right there, okay? So like, let's say you have it's funny to say, but let's say you have 100%, 75%, 50%, and like it's like 4/4 basically. So like the middle is gonna be between the swing trade and the short-term trade, okay? So like between the 4 hour and the daily, between the 1 hour and the 4 hour, between the 1 hour and the 50 minutes. So like that's the line. But okay, so yeah, I was like right here. So you get your smart money reversal here, right? That's your first stage of distribution. Okay. When price start dropping and start attacking that accumulation phase and break below a previous low, let's say inside of this, okay, more time, a market structure shift in a more time base equal a better market structure shift, if that makes sense, okay? Like, let's say a previous 5-minute low. If we break below a previous 5-minute low, it's not insane, okay? Like, you don't break your you're not going all in on a previous 5. You know what I mean? Like, you can start building the story. If you have like a piece of paper, you can start building the narrative, note all that stuff, like taking the whole trade seriously, right? You note everything. Like, that's what I do, okay? And basically your goal, all right, like on this specific because this one right here, okay, that's an external to internal, okay? So what happened is you accumulate above the previous high from an external standpoint and rebalancing inefficiencies towards the equilibrium or fair value of this specific range, okay? That's not easy to understand, okay? Not 100% easy to understand, but the more you're gonna like listen to video, the more you're gonna note stuff, like the more you're gonna click, right? You're gonna be, what the fuck, dude? It's insane. I'm giving you guys the truth, like, that I figure it out, okay? And hope you guys like, like what I, or appreciate, the fact that I'm putting all that stuff out there, okay? But that's the same thing here. Bearish candle here. We break below. Okay. That's a distribution from the original consolidation. Break below, you know, smart money reversal, optimal trade entry here. You know, market structure shift above a previous high. And then you buy when price possibly return inside the range right here. Okay, that's this low right here. You can extend this line because this data is strong, right? Like that's the previous low from this time frame here. So like you can build basically, you know, you can buy when it touch, you know, something like that, or you can like, and then you aim for the opening price. Okay. So like if you understand the power of three sequencing, like it's literally like open, drop, and move after. Okay. But that's the rebalancing model. So like it's basically if price doesn't wants to go lower, it's gonna rebalance itself on this range. Okay, so like it's gonna return inside the range and basically going towards the 50%, which is equilibrium, which is an equilibrium state from this specific range right there. Okay. Here you have an OTE from this range that's equal fair value. Okay, that's a fair valuation from that specific range. Okay, so what does that mean? That means if people wants to buy from this range or wants to sell from this range, that's the fair valuation for a short, like in terms of retracement, like it retrace inside the previous range, attacking and mitigate 50% of those sellers that try to short right here in discount. Okay, so people that try to short and discount, they always get punished, right? If you are one of these, like stop doing that right now. Okay, like don't short and discount and don't buy in premium. Okay, because if you do that, you're automatically getting disqualified when the price retrace. Okay, so it's something important to understand. Let me see. I think okay, this picture here. That's the second MMXM that you can get, right? That's why it's important to monitor what's the price doing from its opening, respective opening price. Okay, it opened here, small consolidation right here. Okay, accumulate higher, reach for fair value above equilibrium. That's your premium price right there from this bearish range. Okay, so if you want to short, do you want to short right here? Okay, I would say don't short in the smart money reversal. Wait for the first stage of distribution. Okay, like this market structure shift right there from the 50%. That's in the leg that you want to be. Okay, aligning yourself with the higher time frame order flow, which the institutional order flow, right? And then if you're very like, I know ICT really enjoy. Okay, the second stage of distribution, of the second stage of accumulation towards the previous high or clearing the original consolidation, a higher low. Okay, so I know that he really like that's one of his favorite model. He likes to trade the second stage. Okay, when everything of that occur already. So like it's like if it's almost guaranteed trade, you know, because 90, like let's say 60, 70, all like 80% of the trades already, like the 80% of the MMXM is already done. Okay, so like it's like low risk in term of especially if you're aligned with the higher time frame narrative. Okay, so like it's just like very powerful. So that's the second type of model that you can use. Okay, like original consolidation from a bullish standpoint, drop immediately, never go back for the high. So that means we don't need the buy side. We already have enough buy side to rebalance. Okay, because this high has been created inside of this range. So like sometimes they don't need to purge more buy side. So like it's already like expensive, right? So price rebalance those premium price, okay, into a discount, into fair valuation. This place above, go back in 50%. Market structure shift right there in the middle of this candle here on a equilibrium standpoint, and take an internal liquidity rate to an external point also clearing the original consolidation. So basically, when price gonna start pushing back against the sell side of the curve right here, okay, you're gonna start taking some partial above those previous high inside of the sell side of the curve. Okay, that's the goal. So that's pretty much that for that. That's the FX4 model. Okay, that's my model that I trade in London session for the past 6 year, the past 5 or 6 year. Now, of course, I improved the model over time, but overall, it's pretty much that. Okay, when you see this, okay, like at 2 a.m. when it opened, bam, it dropped, rated the previous liquidity, sell side liquidity, which is, it can be like a yesterday low, it can be a yesterday 4 hour. Like, you want a nice discount raise, okay? You want a nice discount raise that you trust, and you wait for the smart money reversal to occur, and you want to buy in the low risk buy right there in the accumulation stage towards the high from the distribution, because that's the thing, right? Inside of those distribution range, okay, inside of this leg right there, you have a tons of MMXM, right? Because if you remember, like, it's the same thing in every time frame, right? So it's like it can be blow your mind right now, because it's literally happening every minute, okay, every second, every, like, it's all over the place, okay. But eventually your brain's gonna be able to process that, and like you're gonna be like, damn, FX4 model changed my life. Or FX4 living changed my life, they've changed my life. But in reality, I haven't, like, I mean, I can take credit, and it's fine, but ICT created all of that, right? And I want to give him like the credit about the fact that he put in the work, like for those many years and years of it. Like, it's 30 years experience, like, probably more than that now. So like, it's been stacking those stuff. But I was like already understanding a little bit the price when I first started trading. But like, when you study and study and study and study over time, you just like become a beast. Like, I guarantee that. And it's gonna come for you too. So like, it's coming, right? And basically, the original consolidation was the 9 hour range. So like, here we clear above it. And if you're bearish on a higher time frame perspective, this can happen, like with distribute lower, smart money reversal, reaccumulation. That's your retracement. So like, if you remember this one, that's your retracement from the original consolidation. So it rate the low, rebalance. Like, sometimes you rate the low, rebalance, and drop, okay? It depends like what they wants to do, okay? Like, it's always different. So that's the FX4 model. So like, like now now that that's pretty cool, right? But that range as well is situated inside the previous daily range, right? If you remember, like, the framework, like, I'm gonna remove all this, but if you remember, like, the framework, right, you see that's the previous daily range, okay? As you can see, there was a bunch of news yesterday. That's a crazy buy program. But let's say I'm gonna go in the 5 minute. So you can like see where this range closed compared to the previous daily range. So it closed in premium above the previous daily range. So, and above the midnight open. So it's like, do you really want to buy right here in premium of this range and retarget right there if you can wait for, let's say, more discount raise, like this discount raise, let's say this one right there, this one right here, right? Like, all of those inside of the buy side of the curve, because that's also an MMXM on higher time frame, right? But the thing is, it can reach for the equilibrium right there and do this one right here, okay? On the daily, right? On the daily right here. So like, price is possibly retracing 50%, rebalancing 50% of the previous range towards an equilibrium discount level, And as you can see right here on the price, we have 1.8500. That's an equilibrium, and price between big figure 1.9 and 1.8. Okay, right here, 1.8. So like 500 right there. That's an equilibrium and price. And we started from a 750. Yeah, sell program started from this area like 800. But I will not short this because it's super bullish on a higher time frame, right? So like it's like, do you want to buy right now? No, because it's premium compared to previous day. Okay, and like, but if you have your original consolidation here, we drop lower, reach for previous daily equilibrium, and the rate a bunch of discount arrays and get a crazy displacement on the 4 hour, because you have 6 4 hour per day, right? Remember that. So if you get a nice 4 hour market structure shift and a nice 4 hour bullish order block, you can start build on that, right? Like on the next 4 hour that close after that bullish 4 hour order block, you can start building on that next 4 hour. So now you know that from the opening price of that 4 hour, you can drop on the 1 hour for the first hour. Second hour, you drop again. And the third hour, that's a bullish order block on that 1 hour. Boom. That's your trade. You buy that and you retarget the high. Okay. So that's just an idea like that. But as well, you got to respect the kill zone, right? Like from 2 to 5. Because if you trade outside the 2 to 5, you're most likely gonna be stuck in a consolidation. Like lunchtime London, it's not ideal. It's not the best. Okay. Little sip. Here you have the approximative AMD from the FX4 model. I'm jumping a little bit here and there because, it's just like there's so many things to talk about. But that give you the AMD basically, like right now we're in a manipulation on the 15, manipulation on the 4 hour, and on the daily. So that drop is the manipulation, right? And what's coming next after the manipulation? The distribution, right? So like the distribution can happen like that from an equilibrium standpoint. But I want you to keep in mind as well that from the previous daily range, right, you also have those 75% range and those 25%. Okay. So like 50% is an equilibrium, but 75 is also an equilibrium in premium. Okay. So that's like the small discount from premium, and that's the premium from discount. Okay. It's a little bit complicated, but it's there. Okay. And you can see the previous close. So like right now we know that the previous 4 hour close bearish. So like we technically know that on a 4 hour order flow is bearish, because what does that mean, right? That mean we basically open. Okay. We go a little bit higher. We drop. And we basically close. So like there's a decrease in term of value between the opening price and the close price. So that give you a bearish order flow on the 4 hour. So like your order flow right here. Okay, that's a secret for the bootcamp. Right here, you have a 5-minute close on the 15, on the 30, and the 1 hour. So that's the 3 a.m. So basically, when it's like super close, those are just like eye trainer in my opinion, because I don't need anymore this time to close charts, okay? Because my eyes are constantly on the clock, right? And I calculate my shit based on time, right? It is what it is, okay? But I think it's really cool for someone that try to understand all that stuff to be able to frame and like be able to see, oh, it's like a good reminder, and it's all automated, right? So you don't need to break your head too much at the beginning. So I'll put it like teeny. I think it's teeny, yeah. Like teeny, it's not bad, it's not too annoying, like it's super clean, right? But I know all this stuff by heart, because me and 2 degrees coded that, so like I know how to code it, like so, so I know the stuff, right? So you guys remember here we have like also the 25% is 75% of that previous daily range. Okay, so I'll remove this. The cool thing you can do as well from a middle of a SMT right there, right? Look, that's literally your SMT right here on the daily. That's the change in state of delivery. Here we break below those two lows. That's your OT, but that happened at 9 a.m., like 9 p.m., 10 a.m., then 10 p.m. So like it's outside the kill zone. You don't really want to trade that, but that's right here. That's the first stage of distribution. Okay, so we're now distributing the profit from premium price to all of this low inside of the sell side of the curve. So that's a distribution, right? And basically they're going to reaccumulate later on to follow that long-term bullish order flow. Hope you guys are still there and haven't fallen asleep, because that's dry, man. That's very hard to understand sometimes. I understand that. And we're only 21 people, but that's great. You guys have the truth. You know, if I don't post the video, it's over, man. You guys are know the truth. Now, but I'll post it. Don't worry. So that was just an ID like that, but basically, you know, like right now, it's technically this. It's exactly this. Like if you take a screenshot of this, and you copy paste that right here. Let's go to 15 minutes. It's gonna be even more like clear. I usually don't need this. That's the reason why I don't have like all those time frame above right here, because I don't need to switch, because I see all those time frame on my other screen, right? I'll remove everything. There you go. But you see, that's exactly this. That's what happened right now. You rated above the previous daily high. That's your smart money reversal. Change in state of delivery right here in premium above midnight open. So everything above midnight, that's the short. But that's the thing, right? You want a short right now if it's bullish on the higher time frame? Not really. Okay, so you're gonna wait, like, since you're not gambling, right? And you're gonna wait for retracement inside of those discount arrays. Like, I mean, all of those arrays right there, they're all premium, okay? Because it's in the premium zone of the previous daily range. So all of this is considered premium. Like, if you remember, I'm bouncing a little bit right now. I don't like to bounce too much, but I need to show you right now this. That's your PD array matrix, right? And basically the PD array matrix, if I put it on the side of the daily right there, okay? Everything in premium right here, okay, that's inside of this. Everything in discount right there, that's inside of this. Whole low, whole, and they're all in order, okay? I guarantee that. So like old lows, that's the lows. Whole high, that's the high. We rated the high already. So like we buy side activated, buy side taken, change in state of delivery right here, okay? We're technically have some bearish order block, rejection block from the previous daily range, okay? And basically now we're like slowly drifting lower and attacking those, you know, like those fair value gaps. So if you are in premium, okay, it's important to understand that, right? If we are in premium right here, you want to use those inverted fair value gap. Okay, all of those fair value gap inside of the premium price right here, you want to extend those to the actual price. And if price retests those inverted fair value gap, now you can use those inverted fair value gap and retargeting, like lower those lows, you know, inside of the buy side of, because this is the buy side of the curve, but we're in premium. So like, even if you rate all those lows right there, you don't really want to buy this, okay? You can. I don't say you cannot. And it doesn't mean like you might miss the trade if it never trades for a previous daily equilibrium. But it's all about, like, do you really want to buy right here in top of like the last portion of 75% of the premium price? you know, like it doesn't mean that it's not gonna go lower, because right now everybody and their mother wants to short this shit. Because if you go like on the sentiment, right? Damn, I give you guys so much sauce today, man. But I like that. It's great. Look at this shit, man. 91% people and their mother and their grandmother and their uncle and their like sister, they're all shorting Euro USD right now. So what's going on is like the buy side is super, super, super heavy. Okay. So buy side liquidity is super heavy. And you don't really want to give those people profit, right? You don't really want to do that. So it's possible that price start expanding from here and start attacking those high again inside that small sell side of the curve. But I will personally not buy right here because it's risky to drop a little bit lower inside of this premium arrays. As you know, like I don't really like the buy on the top of the week or some shit like that. I'm not doing this shit. Because I trade with size, so like I don't like it's like an like even if I can take an entry in a 1 minute, I try to align myself with higher time frame narrative. Okay, but you guys know right now that this can be used in the 1 minute. Okay, like it's insane, right? Like it's all fractal to this point. Okay, like you can literally utilize like this 15-minute right here. Okay, look at this 15-minute range. Okay, usually I don't use the picture because I know all of them by heart, right? But I guess you can print this and put it on your desk or some shit. I'll put it like on the front. You see, that's the previous high, previous low. That's a rejection block, right? That's a bearish order block. But in discount, it's not the play, right? But and basically, like now you can work with that. Okay, that's a bullish order block right here in discount, but it's not closed yet, by the way. So like, look, it's literally deflating in our face right there. So it's important to also understand that you want to take trade based on closed candle. Okay, that's something that you want to note right now, because look, that was a bullish order block right there. That candle is not closed, so that's not confirmed, right? That information is not confirmed at all. Okay, so you don't want to let it force yourself too much, because right now, like, they're just activating more buy side and deliver sell side. Okay, but that was just a quick information. All right, so I'm gonna go back on this right there. Bunch of stuff, right? This is your ICT mentorship 2022 mentorship MMXM, basically. That's your original consolidation. That's the distribution phase, smart money reversal in whatever arrays that you want. Okay, like obviously the stronger arrays, they're gonna be on the monthly, on the weekly, on the daily, on the 4-hour limit, because it's the same thing, right? Like institutional order flow, they're matching those higher time frame premium and discount arrays from the PD array matrix. Okay, they likes to buy those monthly bullish order block. They likes to buy those daily fair value gap, all that stuff, right? Those breakers and shit. But basically, if you take the high of the first accumulation stage and the low from the smart money reversal, and you get a fair value gap here in the displacement between those two transition right there, damn, that's so powerful, because that's where you want to buy. Okay, that's where you want to buy and target this high right there immediately. This high right there in the middle of this 50% consolidation. Because look, as soon as the high right there touched the low right here, it immediately drop. Why? Because this low right here can be used as a mitigation block. Okay, so it's it's a lot of stuff. I understand that, but it's logistic regression. No, really, but it's a lot of stuff, right? So hope you guys enjoyed this, because that's what we're gonna work for the whole year, okay? And like, I guarantee, like, I dropped the price a lot from the boot camp. It's literally like $20 per month, right? So like, my goal is really to help you. I don't really care about money. I don't need money really, okay? The only reason I charge something is because I don't want the troll to come in, right? There's always so many troll. There's always so many people that try to take the stuff from the other people and resell that stuff. And bro, focus on your fucking trading, man. You're gonna make like, if you like, I guarantee almost like, if you really really focus on all that stuff, okay, and you don't really care about the noise around and social media garbage and all that shit, you're gonna make money in like 1 or 2 years max. I have a student right now that make $500,000 this year, okay? Like, it's proven. I have seen their statement. They show me everything. Okay, those are like private, more student stuff, but uh, it's 100% like possible. Okay, like, this guy ICT tell the truth. Okay, I investigated the fuck out of this guy. Okay, like, not the guy itself, but the entire concept. I go in the chart, verify everything, and it's all there. Like, if you don't believe like there's an algo, you better just go back to your job, because there's 100% an algorithmic like system behind, okay? And even if it's not 100% what he says or whatever, it still makes sense. And the goal of those algorithm, or whatever you call that, it's to be able to build a narrative on what you see in in real time, okay? Not in virtual time, but in real time. And basically over time, okay, again, it's all time, right? Like, over time, your perception's gonna be able, like, your subconscious mind's gonna be able to notice all those stuff. And it's your I guarantee it's gonna become natural. Okay, like, right now, I literally wake up, okay, I can make 5K and just go back to bed in like 5 minutes. Okay, like, it's not a joke. That's sort of why I said, like, I don't need anything. Okay. um but I want you guys to succeed. Okay, like, I think it's important to have, some people that are interested to succeed. Like, we're like, the world is upside down right now, to be honest. And there's so many negativity everywhere. Like, people are depressed, people are poor, they need money, they're fucked, they, like, everything is so bad. Okay, so like, I try personally to improve some wealth a little bit, and some individual that are down to put the time, okay, because it takes a lot of time to understand all that stuff. But if you put the time, and then basically, you make money, and you're like, don't stupid, and don't like go buy a Lambo, and you're like just helping other people, in term of like money wise, or like just go to grocery stores and pay like the bills from someone that you think that might be happy for, like, if you're able to really make money on those market, there's no limit. Okay, and I guarantee the feeling that you get when you really make money in those industry, like, it's insane. Okay, like, it's just like another level. And I don't believe there's anything else in the world that you can like beat that, basically, because it's literally those market, they're literally connected with a wire to the fucking money printer. Okay, so like, if you want like to make money, those market, they're like a nice way to make money. But the problem is, like, people chase the money, right? So we don't chase the money, because we're very smart. We're individual that are able to basically, figure it out, like how those market move and stuff. Like, even if it's not 100% the truth, the goal is to be able to see something, right? Like, we're not retail trader garbage shit, like saying like, all right, look, I'm gonna take a buy right there. Like, we know more than that, right? We can like build confluences, have small stops, like, it's just logic, man. It's it's just logic. Like those people, they're all like they just don't know. They're just ignorant, and they're lazy too because they want to make so much money. Damn, I'm gonna make so much. I'm gonna risk my entire paycheck on those account, and I'm gonna risk everything. Yeah, bro, that just better go to casino, man. What the fuck you're doing here? Eventually, you're gonna have some fun and some like lights and a little bit of drinks or some shit. Like in the market, you don't get free drinks. Um. So like, if you want to gamble, you just better go to casino. That's like the, that's like the analogy or like whatever you call it. Like it's just you don't need to gamble anything, right? Like it's no word. And when I first started trading, I was thinking that this was like gambling or some shit. Cause I was like super ignorant. I was like, I don't know shit. I was just clicking buttons, man. That was fun, bro. That was fun. But that was the same thing as casino, bro. But it's like a casino for smart people, right? And basically, when you're not really smart, you don't really know anything. Like that's you're just clicking button for fun, basically. And you get you get like you deposit like so much. Like when I first started trading, there was like no prop firm at all. Okay, so like I was depositing my my money in the broker, and I was like burning all of that. So like that was like very painful, because but I think it's part of like the success that I got later on in the story because I was like more conscious about losing money. So I was like, I need to understand better and I need to put more time in the studies and stuff. And basically, eventually, I like basically cross over like ICT stuff. And I was like, this guy is a crazy guy, man. This guy is literally crazy. Like, it was like the guy like Armanic guy, like those guy that have like so many like weird like Fibonacci's like form and geometries and shit. It was like, damn, this guy is crazy, man. This guy is literally like a mytho man or something that don't know shit and just like talk nonstop. It's because I was like from an external perspective, right? And I was like coming from an external vision, and I was like, damn, this guy make no sense. I was like seeing order block here and breaker block and mitigation block. I was like, what the fuck is this guy saying right there? It's because I don't understand the language, right? And it's like everything, right? Like when I don't know if there's people here that codes, but if you code, basically it's a language, right? Like you learn out the code, like when you speak like English or like whatever language you speak, like it's a language too, right? And if you speak with a Chinese, let's say I'm not like saying like anything, but like you speak with a Chinese and you just don't understand what he's saying, man, because you don't know the language, right? So you like, fuck this guy. Like we've been like able to see, people speaking different language now. So like it's more normal from a society standpoint. You know, it's like, all right, I know that this guy right there is speaking like a different language, but it's not weird, right? But when you see someone speaking a market language for the first time, you're like, fuck, this guy is fucking crazy, man. The fuck is that shit? And like from your own experience that you're just losing money and it's like sounds like a scam or like you don't really know what it is. So like it's just like, it's just like different, right? And this ICT guy, eventually I just started like invest, like it was like, it was like if you come here for the first time and well, like just go there in your chart and go and see. So I was like, all right, I'll go and see, I'll go like and see what it is. So I go in my charts, and I find, the I think that was like fair value gap first or something very simple, right? and I saw the fair value gap react. I was like, God damn, that works for real. And look at this shit. And that's so like that sparked the first interest for ICT basically. And then I start studying the fuck out of all of his shit. And eventually I just like kind of like become a master of that. Because over time, like the more time you put, basically the more you get results, right? uh and it's not like, that's the thing, right? It's not because you stay in front of the chart the whole day you're gonna make more money, right? That's two thing, right? The more you study, the more you're gonna be better, but the more you stay in the chart without any knowledge, the more you're gonna lose. And basically that's a regression. Okay, so like your like learning curve is going the opposite direction. So you want to spend less time on the chart, more time in the study, basically build, like that's the thing, right? You need to learn how to learn. Okay. I was there too. I was like, damn, bro, like I never like really been like super good at the school, to be honest with you. Okay, I was not interested by anything at the school because I was like not really understanding um the needs, right? Like the needs for like study shit at the school. So I was like not really very very interested in school, but I was good like at arts. I was good at like geometries because I was like enjoying those like little um rulers and like those drawing stuff. So like I was like something that, but I never like really understand why the school was important and stuff. So like I kind of like quit the school very early and I go to job and stuff, and I kind of like gained a lot of experience super hell early in my life basically. And when I come across like like trading stuff and all that, I was like at the beginning a little bit like very confused. And because I think it's normal to be confused at the beginning because you don't really know what's going on. Like it's like you see price going up, you're just buying and you immediately drop, and you're like, "What the fuck is bro? What the fuck?" Because you're buying in premium, you chase the price, right? So people that chase price, okay, they're most likely people chasing money. Okay, that's what they mean. If you feel the urgency, if you feel the emergency to take a trade of like you urgently wants to take a trade really quickly, you're basically chasing money. Okay, and that's an issue because the more you chase money, the less you'll get. Okay, it's like a cat, right? The more you chase the cat, the less the cat like it's gonna the cat just gonna run, right? Because it doesn't want to, like it's not understanding like basically the mechanics. But if you attract the cat basically, right, with like foods or like something that he likes or something, because the personality of the cats, it's gonna come towards you, right? Because you attract him. So it's the same thing with the money, and it's the same thing with the market. So like the more you chase money, the less you get. The more you attract the money, the more you get. Okay. And basically the attraction of the money comes from the knowledge and the experience. Okay, so like it's two things that needs to be done in your career of trader. So I was not expecting to go in psyche a little bit, but yes, I was there. So that's the mmx sim. Okay, hope you guys enjoy that, plus it's it's insane, right? I wish I found that first day I was starting trading, to be honest with you, because I will probably be like billionaire. I don't know. you know, it's like the exponential curve of like of money reward is it's pretty crazy. So, and basically, as you can see right here, the FX formata is this, but we had a 540 minutes custom time frame using some other logic. So like what same thing as I said before, utilizing the previous daily range and that custom minute time frame, which is 9 hour range specifically, and that closed immediately when the kill zone opened. So like It's all aligned for like a grab and liquidity at specific time, and you know that all that stuff, right? It's like the same thing with the 10 a.m. from Silver Bullet, right? If you know, or maybe you don't know, but the Silver Bullet 10 a.m. on NQ, let's say, or whatever, is the new 4 hour open. Okay. Uh, it's the new 10 a.m. It's a new 4 hour open basically. So you can like, you know, take the previous 4 hour range and basically build something with it. Okay. You've seen me a lot of time taking the buy right here. Okay. In a lot of my videos, basically, I was like utilizing the previous 4 hour range, a lot of inefficiencies, right? Super bullish on higher time frames. I was like, look, we pierced like 3 previous 4 hour low right here. We rated again right here, like distributing more. So now I want to see reaccumulation and rebalancing. So I was like buying all of this and like, and the thing is like, you can have some macros right here, like let's say 1150, 1250, 1210, all that stuff. Those macro, they're open and closed right from a 1 hour time frame, because right now you know that there's a macro every hours, like the first 10 minutes and this 10 minute at the end of every hours. So that give you like a 20-minute range, and most of the time that 20-minute range inside the hour is going to be a small consolidation. So you can use that small consolidation as a small drone liquidity on like lower time frame, 1 minute, let's say. And if you see a nice displacement below or above that 20-minute macro, now you can take position based on like a fair value gap or like something inside that PD array matrix. Let's say a bullish order block. And basically you can have like a fair value gap above a bullish order block. Like that's the thing, right? You can be like, the way that ICT created all of those concepts is to be flexible, right? And like, because it can say tomorrow, oh, all right, so hello, I'm ICT, I'm gonna give you like the only one model at 10 a.m. and everybody's gonna trade that, but the market's not gonna be efficient at this point, right? Because everybody's gonna do the same thing. So his goal basically is to give you the truth, but it's like faded with bunch of like concept and ideas and theories, and they're not really theories, okay, by the way, because theories is something that it's not sure, okay. And I don't say that everything that he says is sure, but when you get a bullish order block, that's a bullish order block, okay. Even if it doesn't respond, that's still a bullish order block, right? That's not a theory. That's still a very real bullish order block. It's right there, okay? Like the terminology is the same, right? So like, if I say this is a fair value gap, this is a fair value gap. Like it's already there. Like it's already in the past and it's there. So like it's not a theory. Okay, like those theory guys are all fucking bullshit garbage. Okay, like don't even like subscribe to any of that shit. I personally like don't recommend subscribe to any of that shit, because ICT tell the truth. What's the point to go like outside and just like try to like, I basically just put together what's missing basically. So like it's just, you don't need anything else, to be honest, to make money really. Like you trade MMXM with time and price. That's all you need. Like that. What do you need? What do you want more than that? Seriously, like what do you really want more than that? So it's super super simple. Okay. I mean, it's simple. It is what it is, right? So what's next? I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about what is midnight open. So like if you're bullish on a higher time frame, right? You want to buy below the midnight open, because that's an opening price of that daily range from midnight to midnight, right? And basically, the algo has a calibration at midnight. It's going to look for all the previous buy side and all that. And the program's going to start from midnight, basically. Okay, like, let's say there's like, it's like at midnight 0000, like the algo is going to look at everything that happened in the past, like a look back. And it's going to calibrate everything to give a specific result at the end of everything is calculated to be like profitable, right? So at the end of the day, everything's gonna be like 100% done, and everything has been calculated from midnight, if that makes sense. So like at midnight, 100% of the day is already calibrated, is already like calculated, and everything is already planned. Okay, like don't think that they change their mind every hours. Like at midnight exactly, everything is already done. Okay, so if you're bullish in a higher time frame, you don't really want to buy above midnight. Makes no sense. You're technically buying. I mean, it depends what kind of like drawn liquidity you can get on the daily, but I guess it's not the play, right? I like personally, like if I'm bullish, I try to buy below midnight, and if I'm bearish, I try to sell above midnight. Okay, but must be aligned on higher time frame narrative too. So as you guys like probably heard on the first, I'm gonna close this, but this like right here, something that you might note, right? Focus on short-term and day trading initially for immediate feedback and to build confidence, stacking to a trading plan. So what immediate feedback mean is like if you take a swing trade, like you're not gonna get really the feedback that you really want as a new trader or like as a like learning trader. You want to know if you're right pretty much the same day, right? Because like you can start building experience even if you lose money. Okay, if you trade demo, let's say, you don't really lose money, right? That's what ICT recommend. But if you, let's say, you trade your own account and you lose money, like if you're technically learning something, right? That's why it's important to have like a nice risk management, because if you lose too much, it hurt you too much, okay, psychologically, and basically, you know, just become fear, okay, like you're like literally like running on cortisol. Your cortisol level is high. Your fear is on the roof, and trading with fear is really not a good idea, okay. So those breathing exercise that I have on the trading gems from the Discord, they're not there for fun. Okay, they're really good. They reduce a lot of your cortisol levels. Like that's an hormone in your brain, right? And like it's something that you like generated from primal function from like the monkey that you are like as a human, and basically you know those chemical they can trigger some weird bad decision on the market. So like you try to run on like a balanced state between fear and greed, right? Because those are the two emotions that involve in the market mainly. It's like greedy and fearful, okay. So you try to stay on the middle of the line basically, right? And basically you're not greedy and you're not fearful too, so you're like neutral, I would say. That's the probably the zone, I would say, for a nice trader, okay. So that's, I personally run on the neutral all the time, but if I feel that I'm fearful, I'm recalibrating that immediately because I am able to recognize myself too, right? As you guys see, probably, you know, this picture right there, the more you understand the machine, the more you can operate it. That's my quote. I think it means so much thing basically, but that little dude right there in the chair, okay, that's you. That's your consciousness inside this human body, right? That's physical body, and that's technically your brain, okay. That brain can manifest a lot of things on the human, okay. That's on the big like body, physical body, and that little dude right there, that's your brain, okay. So like that's the machine in the machine, okay. And that's why ICT call himself the ghost in the machine, because it's like the algo in your brain that make you like take decision and all that stuff. So it's like coding all those people individually, right? That's what a little bit what I'm doing too with you guys right now. But I'm not the ghost in the machine, right? But that's your brain inside of you basically, and that can be weird, but that's very very cool. So like that little dude sitting in the chair right there is gonna take decision based on what he see on the human body right there. So like that human body here is gonna be controlled by subconsciously sometime, and subconsciously another dude sit in the back right there that you don't really see right now. But the subconscious mind is like a part of your brain that take decision based on like regular based on like stuff that you don't really control consciously. And basically, you know, like that control like your heartbeat, control your sweatness, control your some emotion like primal function from cortisol levels and all that stuff. So like all of those function you can like basically reprogram all of this. So like the brain can be entirely reprogrammed if you want. Fortunately, like the society in general is super conditioned. So like what does that mean? That mean like since we have like different generation, you know, like those generation over generation, they're just like super reprogrammed. They're not really pure as a human being. And I think that's something that I like from my mentor Kapil Gupta. Is he's a like a guy that chases the truth all the time, right? And there's so many truth in life that needs to be learned to be able to understand more and more. And like I said right here, the more you understand the machine, the more you can operate it. That's why I'm like so deep in like biology, I'm deep in astrology, I'm deep in like physics and deep in quantum shit, like because it's all relative to everything. It's like the fractal of everything, like the nature of everything, right? And the more you understand, the more you can like position yourself to be able to collect, you know, and like be able to get like the byproduct that you're really looking for, like that you desire, you know. So like it's important, man. So that's a cool analogy. I just wanted to show you that. So I'm gonna close this. So this like the, you know, the number one basically like the normal, like the rate above the high, smart money reversal, distribution, double phase, and that's the rebalancing program. So basically, you know, like you remember like IPDA, like this picture that everyone see and it looks cool, but nobody really know what's going on with this. That's what the IPDA is the algorithm, right, that been designed by ICT, but basically that's the price delivery algorithm, and it does a lot of stuff, right? It retrace, it reverse, and expand, and it's consolidate. Okay. When price expand, automatically is gonna go in a consolidation. Okay, most of the time. But it also can go in retracement. Okay. But it cannot expand, and it's like it cannot like retrace and reverse, you know, like there's like some logic in there that you gotta figure it out. Okay. Maybe we can go deeper in the next section for that, but I'd like to go like over some IPDA content too, yeah, for sure, because this is gonna help you a lot figure it out. All this happened right here. Okay, those stuff right here. Let me just refresh this right here. 90%. We lost 1%. So there's already like some short seller that are getting killed right now. Let me close this. Let me close this. So it's been how many time now? 1 hour 33 minutes. I'm thinking. I don't know if are you guys like tired? Are you guys like do you like to basically are you guys like to meet again next time or some shit? Because I don't want to overwhelm everybody too, you know. That's a lot of stuff, okay? And that can be like super heavy, okay? But I'm enjoying. That's nice, right? I'm honest, man. I'm just giving you guys the truth right there. Those are like real value stuff, real stuff, you know. And I try to like go like a little bit like a story, so like you guys stay captivated, because if I speak like as a information more, basically it's it can be like it, you know, like it can be like super like dry and super heavy, a little bit like when ICT teaches people, you know. I'm not nothing against the guy, but it's hard sometimes, right? That's a lot of stuff, that's the truth. There's like so like that's why, you know. And I want you guys to understand that the boot camp is not really a mentorship, right? Because the real mentor of all of this is ICT, right? But I have my own understanding of all of those concepts mixed together, and it's like that would be a waste to not like show other people what I know. Uh, you know, so like, but like I said, I try to avoid like all those fucking like weird people that just like try to pick up the stuff and resell that like in. So you know, like the day that like people start leaking my shit, I put everything on YouTube the next day. Okay, I don't care about anything of that. Like as much as I have respect for you guys, the respect what I say, you know, in private more, that like, you know, like if it get leaks automatically, I put it on YouTube the next day. Okay. So like I respect you guys paying for that information and stuff, but like I'd like for you guys to respect me too. Okay. I put so much effort and time in this. And I know like the boot camp has not be like super super crazy for the year yet, but we're fucking started, man. Like it's time. I'm not like turning around. It's happening right now. I'm giving you guys the real stuff. Okay. And obviously that's going to change your life if you are open and like ready to change your life too, right? Cuz life doesn't change from day by day, right? It takes a lot of time and takes a lot of efforts, but when it really start, like you're gonna notice that there's something shifting, right? So, but as you guys know, like I figured out everything, like you know, like it's not, and I know too much, okay, to be honest with you. And I know more than that. Like I give you like a nice surface truth, but like if you keep digging, man, like that's the truth. That's the problem with me. Like I'm the guy that if you give me a shovel and you say there's like treasure down there, I'm gonna fucking dig until I reach the fucking magma, man. You know, and that can be a problem, right? Because if you reach the magma, it's pretty hot, right? And that's pretty much the same like fractal ID that what I mean by hot. It's like the more you know, the more you're like getting problems, right? And that's why like I need to limit myself a little bit too on what I can say and what I cannot say. But like I, you know, I just like give like you guys another dimension, another perspective of like finding your way with all of that, you know. At least become profitable and you know like be able to give back, because if you can make more money than majority of people in this planet, bro, you can like, you know, you can feed other people, you can That's what I'd like basically. Uh, because I like I said that I think the world is pretty much upside down right now in terms of like good and evil, and basically like it's it needs to be rebalanced a little bit. So like that's why like ICT give a lot of shit right now because it's just pressuring them, and I do the same basically. I give a lot more because I basically want, like I'm not gonna save the world, okay? Like nobody gonna save the world, okay? Like it's over, okay, already basically. But if we can like help a little bit more, like and if you guys make money, like I said, like don't spend it on stupid shit. Like give it back. Like the more you give it, like money is energy, right? And the more it flow, the more it's gonna come back to. So like it's very interesting. Like nobody become rich by saving money, basically. You know. Let me see the question now because I think keep piling up on those. FX4 model just play on NQ. That's cool. No voice. Hopefully I have voice, bro. I give like so many truths right there for 1 hour and 40 minutes. Imagine have the recording and I know that my mic equalizer is working for sure because I can see that little thing moving. I can see I'm pushing a frequency in that microphone right there. If we treat as more important midnight open, so does it mean 5 to 6 daily open as daily can? Uh, if let me just reread your question. Maybe I just a little bit tired. Yeah, the algo basically looks at midnight open, but also gonna look at the real daily open too. Uh, those are all like all the open and literally all the open in the market every minute. Like they're all important, man. So you can have a power of three and everything, but what kind of power of three that you want more? I will personally say the institutional order flow power of three, which is daily, weekly, and monthly. Those are the power of three from the institutional order flow. So, like, if you want to have better perspective, I would probably say to have all of those three open price on your chart and align yourself towards that kind of. And buying, like, if you're bullish, you want to buy below all of those open. And if you want to short, you want to short above those open, right? I'm also enjoying the really good stream. I mean, that's a very, very good stream, yes, for sure. I've been like saucing the whole thing with like a massive sauce bomb. I like that. Drop more gem. It's not enough or what? Don't be greedy, man. No, I'm just kidding. I'll give you guys more stuff for sure. Uh, what will be the best approach to learn all of this? I mean, if you really like, you clearly need the core content from ICT. That's the language, right? Like, if you don't know what does that mean, I mean, you don't need all of that. Okay. Like look, I'm gonna give you the truth right there. I have a friend, right, live in Canada, like just wanted like to quit his job and stuff, and just wanted like something very basic that he can use to be able to like make his salary, a little bit, or like just at least help, right? Not maybe like replace the job or anything like that, but and basically I like show him my model, my FX4 model, and I said, look, you're gonna short only if price rate the 9 hour range above the previous daily high, and you're gonna buy only if it rate the low of the 9-hour range below the previous daily low. And like, it's not over leveraging anything like that. It's like trading 1 or 2 micros on NQ, and is basically being able to make, let's say, $1,000 in the last month. So, and he's like doing it like very consistently, like is like funded and everything. So like I said, like when you're able to make like $100 every day, it's not a problem. Multiply it, not addition or like risk more. Your goal is to multiply the income. So how do you do that? But I mean, if you can do like $100 with one account of 50K without over leveraging, you can buy a second account and make 200 per day doing the same thing with a copier, right? That's a cool thing about Top Step X or whatever, like their new platform. You can like, there's like a trading copier integrated in, and let's say you focus on make $50 and you have 3 accounts that cost, let's say, $180 per, but I don't know, like I don't think, you know, when you're fund, like, yeah, that's the truth. When you're funded, you don't even need to pay a monthly fee. Okay, so like you pay the activation fee obviously, but it's like $80 or something like that for a 50K. But when you're funded, right, like you make those $50 on 3 accounts, you make 150 a day with like 1 micros, like super low risk, you know, like $2 a points or handle. You know, it's nothing, right? So like you can like take those trade that require zero precision with low leverage that give you like a better outcome, but the thing is you gotta multiply to be able to make money basically. It's like every time we're gonna reach previous weekly low, we're buying that. Every time we reach previous weekly high, we're selling that, but we're very small size, okay? But also with like maybe a daily confirmation, right? What does that mean? Like a daily close inside the previous weekly range, bearish, with maybe a bearish order block, maybe, but and you just target what the previous weekly equilibrium or something very simple, right? But like, look, it's just like it's mechanically trading right now, like just doing this, and basically is able to get like an extra payout, you know, every, like this guy never trade, you know. That's the cool part, you know. So it's like I said to him, like, don't try to find anything else. Don't try to like go deeper. You don't need anything else. Okay, if you're able to make money right there, just keep going. Man. Just do the same shit. Copy paste, the same thing. Like, don't change anything. You know, stick to the same plan. Stick to the same ID. Because I know, you know, like when, like that's the thing, like when people start making a little bit, they're like, God damn, I need a more, I need to go deeper and deeper and deeper. And sometimes it can be good, but sometimes it can be bad. Because now you're like having success and you're transforming that success in like something that is not good, right? Damn, it's 350 right now. Yeah, I think I'll go like for a 10-minute question because it's gonna be like almost 2 hour stream. But next week, we're going deeper on all of this, okay? And like that's a promise right now, but I mean, like we're gonna go deeper and deeper, okay? So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys take notes, cause this is the truth, you know. I'm unveiling everything right now, so I don't fucking care, okay? Like we're all gonna win, right? And basically, I want like you guys to be like recognitive or like just like being appreciative of all of that. Okay. So like, you know, because I put a lot of time like in there, and I do it because I strongly believe that I can help um to have like a better situation in terms of like nation or whatever, like, you know, in terms of like humanity, or just because we're going like we're not going on the right direction at all. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, like it's pretty insane. um but you know, I want everybody to heat, man. It's time. Okay. So as you can see right there's a mitigation block. This slow right here, that's the smart money reversal right here. Change in state of delivery right here. Rebalance inefficiencies in a optimal trade entry. That's your first stage of distribution. That's a distribution right there. Mitigation block this slow right here. We break below. So like people that institution that go long right here, they try to go long right here below the low right here. They got like mitigated right then. They drop immediately, confirming that mitigation block. Okay. Start taking sell side of the curve, buy side of the curve right here. So like now we're like slowly drifting lower. Okay. And you know, like I said, I'd like to see probably a previous 50% or like some sort of like lows inside of the buy side of the curve, discount or raise, and a nice. That's the thing, right? If you want to take a buy, let's say, I will probably wait for like at least, you know, a change in state of delivery on the 1 hour, or like a change in state of delivery like bullish order block on the 4 hour. Um, and then basically you're gonna start building the story or the narrative around it. But I think there's news tomorrow too. Let me see. Short look NQ. I'm gonna give you the truth about NQ right now. I don't even need to look at the chart. So you guys see there's a shit ton of news for US tomorrow. Oh my god. God damn it. That's a trailer of like that's a truck of news, man. Look at this. 8 a.m., 9:15, 10 a.m., 10:30, 11:30, 15:50. What the fuck is going on? No, that's crazy. Tomorrow's going to be a lot of volatilities, but I'm done for the week because the truth about NQ right now, okay, like the massive expansion all-time high that we saw yesterday, right? What it is basically, it's like since, okay, I'm gonna show you right there really quickly. Okay, see that massive move expansion right there? So now I expect some sort of consolidation, okay, for like probably the next, like the rest of the week, to be honest. They're gonna purge the high, purge the low, purge the high, blah, 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 blah. They're gonna just like basically just range, okay. And the reason why I say that is because it's so obvious that price wants to go down visually or graphically, that basically everybody and their mother and their uncle and their sister, they wants to short this. And what happened basically is the liquidity is going to increase above this high. Okay. So like it's just going to repurge the high and repurge the high and repurge the high and repurge, like it's still going to go higher because everybody wants to short, and the algo doesn't fucking care about what's the price. Okay, look at this. If it's profitable, if there's liquidation, if there's liquidity, algos is going for that. Okay, doesn't fucking care. So if there's like a massive stack of like buy side right here of all the people trying to short, because look, all those people trying to short right there, let's say, right, their stop's gonna be above this high, right? and they're gonna be like, oh my god, bro, I'm gonna make billions of dollars tomorrow reaching for this order block right here. Okay, they're gonna put their stop above this high. So the algo's gonna pierce this high, and like they're gonna try to short this one right there, and like the algo's gonna re-pierce this high, and the algo's gonna like like it's just gonna go higher and higher. Look at this. It's exactly what happened in this curve right here. But now we reach like some sort of consolidation because the daily close was right here. So like right now in the Asia session with electronic trade hours, but if you go back on the regular trading hours, you can see, right? Look, it closed like that. So like if you take this this closing price right here, go back on the electronic trading hours, you see that's this low right here. So like since this close right here, price just attacking those buy side and a buy side. Look, I'm gonna go and show you really. Look, I'm reading all of those candles, by the way. That's the skill I want you guys to develop, right? Look at this. Take this high, take this high, take this high, take this high, take this high. Oh, inside bar. So that candle here not reject, but close inside of this range, reaccumulating more buy side, destroyed this. Okay. Right here, small consolidation, because when you got two candlesticks closing side by side, equal a consolidation in the twice of this time frame. So that's a 30-minute consolidation right here. Okay. We break above this high right here. What do we take this high right here? Pierce above this high because that drop right here, activating sell stop right here. Activating sell stop, displays close above. That's a bullish order block right here on the 15-minute. Like, look, if I little stretch, retake the high, okay, and now it's like it's super bullish again. Look at this. That's a displacement right here inside the range. That has to be the 9-hour range low right there. 2 a.m. Boom. Look, liquidity sell side taken in inefficiencies below that small wicks right here. Filled inefficiencies right here. Here a break above this high. That's an OT right here on the lower time frame. If you go on the 5-minute, see, it re-pierce this low right here. Look at this shit, man. It's so crazy, man. So like right now there's so many liquids above that high that I will personally just like stay away. Okay, it's not some like it's just pure manipulation for like at least 2 days or 1 or 2 days. But there's a bunch of news tomorrow. We're gonna get some weird ass move. Okay, so I will probably just not touch anything of that. So that's why I'm kind of done for the weeks personally. Those are good weeks, So like, don't want to ruin everything at the last minute. That's a volume imbalance right there in a 5-minute. So when you get a 5-minute volume imbalance at 4 a.m., it's like not good. Okay. Volume imbalance are very, very strong algorithmic signature. But so there's a bunch of news tomorrow. So that's pretty much that for NQ, to be honest. So 4 a.m. that's 2 hours. So there's like 2 minutes left for 2 hours stream. But I think it's gonna be done for today. I'd like to give you more, but at the same time I feel that it's too much because I also want you guys to like have enough time to re-listen that a second time, a third time, a fourth time. This stream you must like know everything by heart, okay? Because we're gonna go on the next thing, and then when we go on the next stream, like if you don't understand the first stream, you're fucked. Immediately you're fucked, right? So I hope you guys enjoy. That was sincere. That was honest. I think you guys like deserve a good stream and a good stuff, good content, because I've been like not doing any live for like 2 3 weeks now, so like it's just we're due for that, and I think it's great. But most importantly, like I think it's gonna help you a lot. But why the algo doesn't think like this today? There's a lot of people with buy from yesterday. I cannot go to smash them. But basically is because basically everybody tried a short, since yesterday. All of this run right here that you see, there's not a lot of like that's the thing, right? Like there's not a lot of people that took this buy, okay? Maybe we think from like we're like god damn, all those people they make so much money, but in reality there's not a lot of people that try to cut that. Because every time price move up, people try to short, okay? And it's just like this is like a pure buy program. Look at all of those. They don't like look at this. They don't even reach for a previous low, man. Look at this. They reach for a previous low here in efficiencies. That's an like very nice signature right here. Like that massive inefficiencies at 10 a.m. But look right here, like they don't like even like they reach for this low right here in a fair value gap. But every time it start a drop, they build like and they're literally engendering liquidity. So like it just go up and up and up and up and the crazy thing right there too. There's a typo in the stream title. MXMM. Oh yeah, you're right. God damn, man. But it's all right because can I change the name? I don't think so. That's a great observation, man. I haven't saw that. Mm, I cannot change it, I think. But it's all good. You guys know that it's not MXMM. I don't think I can change it. No, I cannot. Change the topic right there. Damn, I'm not like a Discord expert. There you go. And so basically, like this gonna be in the news tomorrow. Like all time high. Damn, it's the best time to short. Like everybody try to short the top, and it's just you'll see by yourself. But it's always like that's the thing as well. Like since we're like in a very deep premium, you don't want to buy this. Okay, it's a little bit like stupid to buy this. I mean, it's still bullish, like you know. But I will personally not buy this because when it start dropping, it's gonna start dropping. Like all of those people right now, if there's like people still in profit, right? They're like super like happy right now. They're like super greedy. They wants to take this high right there at 1960, but uh, you know like what I mean by that. So I'm just I just don't touch this shit. I'm not I'm not. Yes, same thing, right? Look at gold. Gold is just flying too. God damn. Bitcoin's flying as well. It's pretty crazy, man. Everything is just pumping. Oil. Look at oil, the dip right there. All right. It's been like 2 hours, 3 minutes. I don't know if you guys have like some question real quick. Maybe I can like answer, or like if you want, if you don't have really like a nice question right now, like keep it for yourself, type it on a paper, and just like go in the question section, right? Let me see. This section, like I starved to get some question in there, but nobody asked anything. Have a good day, man. See you later, bro. Great time, great time. That's great. That was really good, man. I really hope you guys enjoy. Like it's because I know it can be heavy, right? Like in term of like it's like the first time you enter like a room and it's like there's seven dogs jumping on you, you know? Like it's a lot of stuff I can kind of like put on the table, right? But I think overall it's great. Like hopefully you guys like some like realists and everything and stuff. It's worth, yeah, 100%. Especially when the content is great, you know. There's so many shit out there. There's so many McDonald's shit, like it's insane. Like there's so many noise everywhere. There's so many garbage. There's so many shit. Like it's insane. Like people they literally like lost. So I try to recalibrate that with ICT and all that people that are more aligned with the real stuff, you know. There's a bunch of scammer out there just creating new shit all the time and try to sell and just they just don't care, man. They're just evil shit, literally. You ain't all good guys. You open my eyes every day. I open time. I will not make so. No, you're gonna make it. Just stay positive. You know, it's extremely important to stay positive. Like no room at all for negativity. Like you literally block negativity, like build like a small compound around you that protect you from the negativities. Like I block people all the time on Twitter. All the time. I mean, I don't block them because they're going to be upset, but I mute them. I mute like probably 25 people a day. Okay? Because they're not aligned with my value. You know, I don't fucking care. I don't want to hear like shit, you know? Because I'm like, you technically become what you become exposed to, you know? So, like, if you expose the good stuff, you're gonna become good stuff. But if you're like exposed to shit all the time, you become shit, right? Just logic, man. It's everything around you is a like mirror, basically, right? Like, so. And fortunately, people, they don't really realize, okay? But they're basically getting reprogrammed by everything around, you know. So like you must create like some sort of like protection. So I think positivity is extremely important. So by the way, I'm gonna upload the stream on the WAP, so you guys can like jump on there when it's like done or live or whatever. I'll maybe put this one on YouTube, but private or something. We'll see too. Let's see, cause so I don't know if you guys have like some comments or like appreciation or like whatever, like how do you like this stream? But I'm gonna probably close that in like 2-3 minutes because I'm a little bit tired. It's 4 a.m. You know. Thanks for the stream. Great MMXM lesson and some psychology talk. Hopefully we could have some More spice. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Also gonna talk about the hot sauce. Like the hot sauce is so strong too. That's a cool model. That's also a mimic sim. It's all a mimic sim, by the way. So like, I just straight a mimic sim. Much to the digest, yes sir. Great lesson. That's amazing. Like to hear. It's like since I don't really do that for money, like I like when people appreciate, because it's like the paycheck, right? So it's just nice to have like good comments. I like that. It feels good. It feels better. Like feel reassuring. In terms of like I give you some truths. So like it's nice. I'm a real humans, right? So like I also feel emotion, right? So like I appreciate you guys coming in. And we only have 15 people, but it's all good. I think there's like 90 people in the group in the boot camp. It's late. Yeah, it's bro. It's literally 4 a.m. right now in Canada. But your content started. Yeah, It's literally. I mean, if you believe that can change your life, it's gonna do it. All right. Everything in life that you believe, okay, it just become your reality. That's the truth right there. Right. Like most of people, they don't even believe in themselves. They're like on the low frequency shit, like literally lowest frequency possible. And that's extremely sad because they're just stuck in a weird shit cycle, right? So like if you want to increase your frequency of like consciousness and stuff, like it's important to understand, the more you understand the machine, the more you can operate it. So like again, same thing. But yeah, those lessons are a game changer for sure. All right, 1 minute and I'll close that if you guys wants to say hi or whatever. And like don't hesitate, the ask anything. Cause you pay for that, so like I try to help you too. Yeah, man, Vlad, you're doing very well, man. I'm so proud of you, bro. Seriously. You just keep going, man. You just keep going, bro. That's insane, right? Like you're in your own stuff. You're not like trying to beat your chest up, just doing like you're just doing your stuff, man. Yeah, for sure. I'm deep in spirituality and consciousness. I work so hard on this. Cause like the most like 90% of the society are sleeping and alive, man. They don't know shit, man. It's insane, dude. So, but yeah, I'm deep in there. Like I study so much. Like that's a thing, right? I like kind of like develop some sort of like study passion over time because when you just study of your life, you're technically become a student of the life, right? And basically you just study more and more and you just want to dig more on other stuff and you learn so many things and you find your own truths, and it's just insane, right? Like there's so many levels in this game, and I believe that I'm born to learn, and I'm born to like help other people, you know. So you feel me? Like it's just like a super like deep. Like, it's a game that you can like I said before, right? Like if you give me like a shovel, man, I'm gonna dig so deep because you said there's a treasure down there, right? But I'm gonna reach like the magma or something. I don't know where to stop, you know. But I think that make you like a different person, and it's insane. All right, so I'm gonna probably I'll let you like I know you're typing. I'll let you like type some stuff, and then I'll close the stream after that because it's 2 hours 15 minutes. I try to. I was like down to give more stuff for tonight, but like I think I just try to make it like more convenient for study purposes. Okay. – 418. But yeah, being conscious man is so important, man. Because if you're not conscious, that's your subconscious mind that works for you, right? So like you don't really like enjoying the life like a human's supposed to, right? So it's important. Um, I don't know if you're typing. Hopefully you're typing because I'm waiting for that. But I think I'm pretty much done. I'll basically close the recording. Yeah, I'll close the recording.